Hello, buddy, and welcome back for a new episode here on Royalty PvP. I'm pretty sure this is episode 39, and today's episode is going to be a lot about the raid event. So, you guys are going to get all information on how the base is and blah blah blah, all that stuff. But before we go into that, I want to go ahead and give an update of what's happening in our faction. So, go ahead and enjoy. Alright, so the update on the faction here. It's probably not going to come as a surprise for most of you guys that most of our people went to OP factions and Oasis. Basically what happened is that this map here opened up when OP faction was opening up or something like that. So we had some people moving to OP factions, and that of course kind of buried our activity, and then Oasis or whatever you call it came up, and then people moved to there as well. So Royalty haven't really been active at all. I must agree, like since OP faction, actually from day one, we haven't been active. I thought that everybody would be able to play and stuff like that, but then OP faction opened up, and it just sounded a little bit more interesting for them because they've been here since, I'm pretty sure, 3 maps now, and they kind of feel it's kind of boring. So we lost a lot of people, and just it's been going down from there. So when Nuck raided us in the corner, you know, the first here. In that corner right there, there was not really many people on, so we just patched up, took our spawners down, and then that's it. And then we were just going to raid in a few times a week, and that's it. We didn't really think more about that, because there was only more like me and then maybe 3 or 4 other guys playing, and that was it. So then they raided us again. I kind of lost the what is called the recording for that, but they did the exact same in our Glitch Slayer that we had to make because of Nunya playing. But basically what happened is that they used our glitch here, which is right down here, that is dry. They reversed up on that and got into the spawners. They got maybe like 3 or 4 IDs, that's it. But they basically raided us by that the second time as well. And to be honest, like, no one is active, so I can't even be asked to go around the base finding mistakes anymore. Because we already have all our spawners down, because we don't really want to. Well, we do want to play. It's like I still want to play the rest of the map, and I'm still gonna play the rest of the map. Don't worry. But most of the people with me, meaning all the mods and stuff like that, doesn't really want to play. So it's only gonna be me and maybe 1 or 2 other guys. So we're forced to take our spawners down, take our hopper floor down, and then kind of go out of the competition for the F-top, since I already knew this from day one when people left, to be honest, but I still wanted to play a little bit, and we haven't been raided with a cannon like through our walls yet, but now that we quit, then we won't be able to check walls, so people can just like cannon right in, but there's nothing in there. But anyways, that is the status update of the base itself here. Inside the base, we don't have anything. We mined everything down. We maybe have like 3 or 4 drops of TNT. That's it. So everything is taken down. See, the creeper acted right here, and up here it's all cracked as well. So there's nothing really in here. Hopefully I'll be able to just clean up the base with all the hoppers and probably just save it. But basically that is what's going to happen. There's not going to be anything else. It's just going to be this. So, but I am gonna play the rest of the map out at least a few weeks or a week or whatever it is, kind of to show you guys that I'm still playing here a bit until the end. You guys didn't waste your money, but basically with the cannon, or sorry, the base is not gonna be up again at all. There's not enough people to check the base, so it's gonna be through my ender chest, so to say, that I'm maybe going to put up the creepers a few times a day just to get the TNT to put in PVs and then raid a little bit, but it's not going to be anything crazy. But of course I'm still going to stay in here and of course play with you guys, but in general the base is done. Nobody's checking, and nobody have checked since actually, well, it's not really true, I don't want to sit here and say that, but since day one we lost people to OP factions, and then Oasis came out, and then we lost people there as well. And I think that kind of is a sign that people have been here since map 1 is kind of tired of this server here, but that is up to them. But I'm still gonna play here to the end, at least to a few episodes more, and hopefully the rest of the map. But we are not really going to have a base. We're not really going to compete for the F-top, because there's really no point. The F-top faction is not right now, and they are just around 400 million on top of everybody else, at least OTF. 600 is 600 million away. So of course that race is out. Like I already know from day one, Nock will win because Nock is really like, how can I say it? They are just a bunch of players that have been playing together for so many years that they just know everything, and basically they just play, in my opinion, play very professional and very get the F top up so fucking fast. The first 8 hours they done nothing else than sugarcane, and that is 8 hours without any breaks. They just did sugarcane, nothing else. So that is very extreme indeed. So hopefully you guys, OTF 600, will be able to compete for at least the F top factions. But other than that, then I'm still gonna play here. I'm still gonna wait here. I'm still gonna make episodes. So that is just about it. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the raid event. So the raid event itself is gonna be just like last time. There's gonna be bedrock at the bottom, so there's no way to actually either reverse hybrid this or go from the top. There's of course bedrock as well, so you can't roof cannon. And I do that because I'm not gonna make this base all the way up to 255. It might be easy for somebody to go up to 255, but it might be hard for someone else. So the top is gonna be 150, and the bottom is going to be around 100. And the bottom is 100. So it's 50 blocks. So anybody needs to either 100 stacker and 150 stacker. And I think that should be decent for royalty. But the walls is gonna be left as a surprise, so you're not gonna know how many walls is gonna be on this base. You are not gonna know what kind of walls it is, and most of all, you are not gonna know exactly how many spawners and what items is going to be inside this base. But before we go into further things, let's go ahead and go inside this base right here. That's a lot of, okay. Let's just replace that. There we go. So right here is the base right here. We have the main grinder, and that's basically what you guys are going for. And then of course we have chests with TNT right here. All of them is not going to be filled, so not all of these chests are going to be filled. There's probably going to be something else maybe in this TNT chest, maybe some CX or something like that in random spots in these, but mostly it's going to be TNT. So right here we have the hopper floor, and I choose to make the hoppers go straight down. That way they don't funnel into chests. I did that because last time when you kicked those spawns, you had no clue where they were going. Like you were looking in all chests and stuff like that, and it got really annoying. So this right here is all pointing down, meaning that if something lands in them, then it's going to stay in that hopper. That's going to be a little bit easier to find. Right here is just trees, and I choose to make a ladder up here as well. But when we go up here, we're gonna have blazes all the way around. I couldn't really fit a blaze in here, so I thought it would be cool if blazes just kind of dropped on you down here, so the blaze just drops down. I thought that would be pretty cool. So I added blazes here, an X amount. Up here, I made storage for armor, sharp 6 or sharp, sharp V, sharp 5, sharp 5. Armor, and maybe some other thing. You never know. But right here we have the spawners. I made them easy to crack because last time it was a pain. And you might think, well, will somebody crack this? Well, then we have obby right here. We have one line of obby going all the way around it, as you can see, so you can always crack these. And hopefully, I think that you'll be able to get all of them. In here we have either creepers, we have endermans, or we have IDs. Of course I didn't put a lava down there because that's just annoying, so you'll have to crack those, and then the IDs down there is, well, free iron, I guess. But as I said already, this is going to be armor, sharps 5 whatsoever. It could be anything. And then up here we have normal like sheep and pig spawn. It's not really something too serious. But other than that, there's not really much more into the base itself. I did manage to make it so it's coming from the top here and all the way up, which is pretty cool, so you can kind of see again here and stuff like that. So hopefully that's going to be cool for everybody. I did also make it kind of ish flat. As you can see right here, it is kind of flat, so that way PvPing is not really going to be a pain. And I did the same up here. it is kinda ish flat right here, as you can see. So you should be able to PP all the way around here without any problems. Now the next map, we had something on the top. So on the top of the base, we had chests. We had like maybe 90 chests up here with random stuff in it. You could find creeper eggs, you could find sharp 5 axes and stuff like that up here. Last time we did this with it, I'm just asking if you guys want me to do that again. So you get there's like random chests. You have to open tons of chests up here. Sometimes you'll get a stack of dirt. Sometimes you'll get a creeper egg or even a sharp 5. It's a sound that was pretty cool. So I think that's what we're gonna do again. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. This base here is made by me. Nobody else has made it, and that is because I am the. I don't know if you can call it. I don't know if you can call it like the owner of this raid event, but I am definitely hosting it. Oh, that was the word I was looking for. Hosting it. I'm gonna host it, and I'm gonna build this base here actually in Royalty, along with a staff member, of course. So that is basically the base itself. There's not really much more into it. There might be chests hidden somewhere. I'm not gonna say if there is any chest that's hidden anywhere whatsoever, but there might be. You know, wink, wink. But anyways, that is like the inside of the base. The outside of the base is of course gonna be, if we're not even gonna trench, we're gonna have the warp event that's gonna be down here, right under the base. Then we are gonna have our walls. We're gonna have our walls. Let's go up here. We're gonna have our walls going all the way out, and that's gonna be a little bit more than last time, a little bit more walls than last time, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. This time, this right here is not gonna be unclaimed, meaning that last time when somebody won the raid event, it got unclaimed, so knock that one day raid event could claim it. That's not gonna happen this time because there's no way, or there's no what is called chest or something you cannot get into. So you're gonna need to use a lot of CX to get all the stuff in the base, but eventually everything will be emptied out. I guess if the entire faction joins in there. But that is basically the base itself. Now, as I said, there's gonna be wraparounds. There's gonna be all wraparounds. There's not gonna be any straight walls. So it's gonna be all wraps. And I am thinking about making it all flat so you can PP on top of this. I am gonna extend the bedrock out right here. I'm gonna extend it out like 3 or 4 walls, so that way you can't just like bypass all the walls and just go straight into the base. So I'm gonna extend it like 3 walls out, so that way you will not be able to. Whoop, there's gonna be something like that. That way you will not be able to just go where the walls is right here. So if I made all the walls flat right here. Imagine that there's a lot of walls going down right here, 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 and all the way out or whatsoever. So if I didn't make the bedrock extend out, you guys would just be able to scatter the top part here all the way in. And then when you stopped it right here, you can just fire down a hybrid shot to blow up right here and you'll get in. That is not going to be the case because there's going to be bedrock all the way out to right here, meaning that you won't be able to do that. So that is how that's going to be. I'm probably going to make everything flat. Every single wall is going to be flat. And it's just going to be way more cooler than the last time. And again, remember that you're only allowed 9 claims. If you have more than 9 claims at this raid event, you are gonna get those claims unclaimed, and you're gonna probably lose your spot. Also, whenever we are at the raid event, guys, try not to claim right in front of it or everyone right in front of it, because there's a lot of people that want to come in. So there's 4 sides. That's 4 factions if you claim in a line right here. But it is a 3x3, so it shouldn't be a problem. But that is basically it, guys. There's not really much more into the base itself. I'll give you a few hints. It's going to be down here 100 or 150 up here, as I told you before. And then basically that is just about it. There's going to be a lot of wraps. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do filters. I might do filters, but I do know a lot of you guys are going to use fusions. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. But we will probably figure that out. But the raid event warp is going to be down here as we talked about, and then it's just a chase who can get to the top so you can get those chests, and then of course go straight out to get those claims. Try not to claim like the fully length of the base so everybody can have a chance, but other than that it should be pretty damn cool to do this raid event here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make everything flat, so there's not gonna be like huge biomes or like a huge mountain in the way or something. It's gonna be all flat grass, and then a few chunks out. There's gonna be this red line as we know it from the last map all the way around the raid event. So it shouldn't be a problem. And then when we have the raid event, that is the line, and then we're gonna have the base in the middle, and that is basically it. So all the way around, you'll be able to fight for the thing there. Oops, let me see here. There we go. And I'm thinking that we maybe should do a few outposts from this right here. A few other small bases in each corner. So you guys have something that the guys that doesn't really have the TNT to shoot through the big base. Maybe do some small bases at each corner of these claims right over there. But I'm not really sure about that. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But again, I'm not going to tell you how many spawners are inside this one. I'm not going to tell you what's inside it at all. There is going to be hidden chests. I can already say that now. Maybe not. But it all depends. Like, it all depends how much time I have to set up this base here. I'm going to do it one day before, but let's see if that actually happens. But that might be hidden chests if I get the time to it. But on top of the base, there is definitely going to be chests with all kind of shit in it. So hopefully that is something for you. I am going to put a lot of depth strider 3 into the space here, mainly because that is basically what people need. That is the depth strider. So I am going to put up a good amount of depth striders into the space here. But other than that, guys, that is basically raid event. That will be the end of this episode, guys. Royalty is currently down. I'm not really sure why, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end it off right here. But thank you guys for watching this episode, and remember that the raid event is on Saturday, 2 p.m. EST. And as always, guys, remember to like this video here and comment down below for any questions whatsoever. And as always, guys, remember to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.